crown like Braun, yeah. Make it some and I'm spending some. What's the plan? Bet I get it done. It's me, yeah, neighborhood. It's me.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Point League Podcast. It's your man, Andrew, and I'm here with... Let's get to it. It's that time of the year again, Gibson. It's Point League Talk. So we were done with week one, and we had some... I'd say, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of underwhelmed with the performances in week one.
Really? I thought that it was pretty... Most of the time, the games were pretty evenly matched. There wasn't a ton of blowouts.
Yeah, there was. I will say that the games were pretty competitive, like with score-wise, but there just wasn't enough, like, flash. There was no... I mean, there was a couple posters. I mean...
That referee and tightening things down.
The referee, I mean, we've had two referees, all which I've heard not good things about, so I don't know. Maybe the league should... Maybe do some like reffing program or something this summer. Maybe like get them some like a skills academy for refs. But I don't know. But we got some big topics. We got a lot of trades, some MVP talks, and some sleeper teams. So I hope that you guys are ready. Always, if you guys have anything that you guys want us to talk about in the comments, please drop them. I think one of these episodes we're gonna just do. We answer what you guys have. Like, just do questions. We're just going to read questions, and then we're going to answer them.
I like that.
I feel like I'd like that.
Be fun.
But let's go ahead and jump right into it. Working on week one, we got the standings here. In first place, we have... Actually, I'm low-key kind of mad that his team's in first place. Returning to the league once again, Mr. Wyatt with the Grizz squad. They are currently 2-0 right now. And they, in my opinion, have one of, if not the most stacked team in the entire league. Let me go ahead and read off who they got here. They got that boy Jack. They got Noah. They got Cole, Angel, Dom, and Gavin now. So looking at that squad, I mean... What's your thoughts on that? You're looking at the stats right there.
Yeah, I mean, Noah's one of the best players in the leagues, and Gavin, when Gavin has the right guy with him, Gavin is also very very dangerous.
I will say we haven't seen too much of Gavin yet. I don't know. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this is the most talented roster that Gavin has played with.
No, I would agree.
I definitely would feel like this team's solid. Like Jack. I think Jack's putting up good numbers. I feel like Jack's like a guy that we don't necessarily talk about a lot, but he's got 12 points on the year, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block.
Jack's always up there with right in the middle of everything. You know, he's never, like you said, he's never in the like top 5 best players in the league, but he's a good player.
And they recently just traded for Cole and Dom, so Cole's always been a good player. We always talk about
Cole and Dom are great bench players, like energy players.
And I got to watch Dom like go up against Noah, and they were going at it a little bit. Like they were chirping a little bit. Like they were getting into it. Noah was face guarding Dom. Dom was face guarding Noah, and now we see both of them on the same team. It kind of gives me like
Dom is Pat Bev.
I was literally gonna say that. It gives me like Dom. I'm not saying Noah's LeBron, but like it gives me that vibe of like LeBron teaming up with Pat Bev. But saw it didn't work out.
I'll give Noah Zach LaVine.
Who did I compare him to? I said Dennis Schroeder.
Who? Noah?
Yeah, but I like Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine, if I'm giving it
Noah has this really good, like, hezzy cross. He, like, acts like he, like... I've seen Thomas, like, I think Thomas is the best defender in the league, get hit with that so hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty nasty. But, I mean... Even just adding, like, and you got Angel, too, who we haven't seen in a while. He's a good rebounder. Like,
he's strong.
Solid. But we got literally a 4-way tie. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4-way tie for second and third, but it goes off of points and who's beaten who. So first off, we got your team, Slow Motion, who recently just beat BGC Elite, who would be our third best team. So that puts your team in second place. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see your team being very successful. I pretty much had your team last year, and this is what I'll say, and I've told you this before. You know where I'm going with this. Your team is an awesome regular season team. As soon as something does not go their way, or it's crunch time game or something like that, and they're down by like a point, game over. Like if they're not in the lead from the jump, it's over. And that's one thing I think is going to hurt your team. But right now you got Thomas, who's teaming back up with Braylon, and they got their partner in crime, AB. I'm going to give a shout out to that man. 15 points yesterday, balled out. He was unstoppable, and he was feeling himself too.
He was looking like Darius Garland out there.
He was doing the too little, rocking the baby, and he was doing the flexing out there. So he was
kind of all over. He was hitting jump shots.
Jumpers,
he was hitting floaters, layups,
threes.
Yeah,
like it was pretty impressive. AB's actually their leading scorer, 19 points. Thomas has got 16, and they also just made another trade. Who you just traded with me? They get Trey Drip Too Hard Ingram on the team.
Where's my phone, Ingram?
Yes, he hasn't played yet this season. So Trey, if you're watching this, make sure you play, man, because you ain't got no stats right now. But yeah, and then you got Braylon Tony. Also haven't seen him yet, but he can hit some threes, man. He's a good 3-point shooter. So what do you feel about your team so far?
Pretty confident. I think we have a good mixture of guys. All the guys are actually friends outside of, so like they may be arguing back and forth or getting on each other a little, but I mean, it's all love at the end of the day because all those guys are friends. So I kind of like that aspect of it. There's a lot of chemistry there.
I would say your team probably has the best chemistry, I think.
Yeah.
This is the team I'm most intrigued by, which is the BGC Elite. They just got Nathan to pair up with Caden, but I also just made a blockbuster trade with them. I just received Xavier and Bailey. In return, they pick up Kyron and Preston. Now, Kyron was originally on the team at the beginning of the season, only played one game with his new team, then gets traded back to them. Now they got a big three of Nathan, Caden, and Kyron, which Kyron and Caden has 24 points, Kyron's 21, Nathan with 16. That could be a solid big three. The only thing that's going to hurt them, egos.
Yeah.
A lot of ball dominant player. Nathan, not so much. Caden's a very ball dominant player. He needs the ball in his hands. So does Kyron. But honestly, we were talking about how good the Grizzly squad was. Like, if this team could actually play together and not just care so much about the stats, nobody's beating them. And then you got Preston, Ollie. Like, they got some good.
Yeah,
they got some good
young
hoopers.
guys. Yeah.
But they are coming in at 1-1 as well. And then moving into our two other teams that are tied at 1-1, we got the Rebels, who I'm gonna say this team's going downhill. I'm putting it here right now. Jackson might be the worst GM I have ever seen in my life. You had a superstar player in Noah, and that's not to discredit Peyton. Like, he got Peyton in return, but he has traded away a lot of his star players. And as you can see, you're seeing the same number I'm seeing, right? You're seeing the same number I'm seeing, correct? You have a whole team. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The other one is Jackson Seiler, but Jackson Seiler hasn't been here, so.
Peyton is the only person on this roster that has a point right now. Great.
You got Coulter with 7 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to. I mean, it's a good opportunity for somebody to step up, though. Because, I mean, you got Peyton with 15, and everybody else is zeros across the board. So I don't know what Jackson was thinking there. I mean, it could be a defensive monster team right there, but I don't know, man. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting with the Rebels. But you heard it here first. I think the Rebels are going downhill. You'll see them with the number 1 draft pick next season. But yeah, I gotta talk about this team. This team played my team yesterday. I'm like looking at them from last week. There is no way this team is beating my squad. Green Beam, my goodness, that team they were playing like the Spurs.
Yeah, they played really good.
Carter, bucket. Skylar, bucket. Liam, bucket. Devin.
You mean Kobe White?
Yeah, Kobe White. Devin, head top, poster on Kyron. Kyron, if you're watching this, you got poster. Don't try to deny it. Devin, shout out to you. That was nasty. But yeah, like I was like, there's no way this team is beating me. Like, not a chance. After they scored 11 points in their first game, I was like, there's no way. They come out, beat my team 29-17.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on? And I will say this, I saw growth from Liam.
Yeah.
When he's not so worried about getting his points, like he was moving the ball. He was getting to his spots, collapsing the defense, kicking it out. Skylar,
Liam's a
bang.
good little player.
Carter, bang. Devin, head top. Then Liam with his one leg floater, bang.
He hit like 2 or 3 of those.
Right, and he's injured.
Yeah.
So, Liam, Liam, listen to me. If you're watching this, keep playing like that. You will be in the MVP category. Promise you. And your team will win a championship if you keep playing like that. Shout out to that team. Yeah, we'll move to my team. I'm not used to this.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I'm out of trades. I can't really say I've ever been in a position like this, so I don't really know where to go from here. So I'm just gonna say, hey guys, let's just go play. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little underwhelmed by Brevin this season. He got Offensive Player of the Year last year. He only has 11 points on the season in 2 games. So Brevin,
I think it's not that he can't score. I think he is too He's way too unselfish.
And I keep telling him, like, be aggressive.
Yeah, because look at that. Like, where is he at for assists?
He's got 3 assists.
3. But I mean, there's also hockey assists. You know, where he
right.
passes the ball to somebody who makes the assist. Like
he moves the ball, gets his teammates involved.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Arion play because I haven't got to see him play yet. So
I feel like he'd be a force to be reckoned with.
Like this is the thing. I got the size. I don't necessarily have the 3-point shooting, but I got the size, and I think I got a pretty decent defensive team because I just, like I mentioned earlier.
I see that you put Poop Dreamers instead of Hoop Dreamers.
I didn't realize I did that, but that's accurate because we're 0-2. But
you heard it here first. Poop Dreamers.
Poop Dreamers from now on. But we got Xavier, who I've never coached or had him on my team, so I'm excited to see. I think Brevin, we saw what Nathan and Brevin could do last season, but we swapped out Nathan with a more athletic Xavier who can get offensive boards, poster, dunk. He can shoot sometimes when I feel like he's a clutch time player sometimes. And I also picked up Bailey, who I've never had, but I feel like she's just underrated. Like, I've heard so many people. She
gets a lot of rebounds.
Right, she does. And everybody tells me that they hate when Bailey guards her or guards them because she's like one of the best defensive players.
And look, she has as many rebounds as Xavier.
Right. Like, she's not bad. Like, she's one of the best she's an underrated defense. She's a little raw offensively, but like she can hit a layup. She can shoot from like she can get her open shots when she's there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, we had a lot of trades. I'm out of trades. I believe you're out of trades. I think everybody else only has 2.
I'm content.
2 trades, but let's talk about MVPs. I will say this. I'm gonna do my runner-up right now. I think is Caden Stein, in my opinion. We finally saw him hit some jumpers. He does this little one-legged jumper from the 3, and he hit 2 in a row. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing something. He plays defense. We got to see him be unselfish. I would still compare him to Russell Westbrook. Can he pull it all together and get a chip? We will see. But I'm going Noah right now.
Noah's definitely.
Noah's my number 1 right now for MVP.
Yeah, he would have to be mine too. I would actually have to say second though for like runner-up would maybe be Thomas.
Thomas again. He won MVP last season, so we could see a repeat there. But yeah, I think just with the record and the play of Noah right now, he's leading in scoring. I believe he's leading in maybe blocks or steals, I think, too. So he's in a lot of categories. But yeah, I'd say my top 3 right now are actually. I'm gonna give somebody else a shout out. I'm gonna take Thomas out of there. I'm gonna put Devin in there.
Oh,
I'm gonna put Devin's like that. Devin's bringing the energy this year. I like it. Like, normally, the last couple seasons, Devin's been wanting to get...
That's Mason Plumlee.
Yeah. Montrezl Harrell.
All right.
Montrezl Harrell. Right. Devin, you're Montrezl Harrell, if you know who that is. But, yeah, I think I might make Devin my number 2 over Caden. I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. Who's your list? Who's your top?
Like I said, Noah, Thomas.
Liam's up there for me too.
Yeah, I think I would have to put Liam. I think I'm going to put Liam. If he keeps up the way he's been playing, Liam's third. So top 3, Noah, Thomas, Liam.
If Liam plays like this all season, doesn't get too rattled, another thing he's got to do, he's got to stop looking at the camera and talking and got to get back on defense. He'd be talking in the camera and then he forgets his guys down his court on the other end. But I think Liam could be one of the, if not the best player in the league. I think he's got the most potential. But who's somebody that is kind of like shocking you on their play this season?
Skylar.
I was gonna say Skylar too. Skylar is hooping right now. He's got 8 points, scored it all yesterday. 1 rebound, and he's got 2 3-pointers on the year. But yeah, I mean, I think Coulter's actually been surprising me too. He's just a good solid teammate.
Skylar's been in the gym working on his jump shot.
He has.
Yeah, so he's definitely.
Y'all better take notes.
Yeah, he's one of the better shooters in the league now. He's put the work in. Every day after school, when we look into the gym, if you look in the gym, 9 times out of 10, Skylar's there shooting.
Yep,
so
he is.
It's paying off.
But looking at the standings here, who do you think's going to take the jump and who do you think's going to fall?
Slow Motion's going to make the jump to the number 1 spot.
Ooh, have you played Grizzly Squad yet?
Who's on Grizzly Squad?
Noah.
No.
Gavin.
Nope.
All right, you'll see that here next week. Grizz Squad versus Slow Motion.
Prepare to see an upset. Coming for you, Wyatt.
Oh!
I don't care. I'll ruin your homecoming, your comeback, coming back party.
I will say this for Wyatt. He has loaded his roster with talent, but he's going to be in trouble. Because come the end of the season, when you have to save a player, who's he saving?
Probably Noah.
Then that boy Gavin's on the move, and that's something Gavin's always been saved.
Yeah.
I think Wyatt buried himself. I think he's getting a little bit too big for his britches.
I don't think Wyatt's going to stay the number 1 seed.
Yeah. Depends.
His GM skills are still lacking, and he uses techniques on how to get his player. He goes behind people's backs sometimes and double crosses people when he's trying to look for trades. So you always got to watch out for a GM that acts that way.
Yeah. Scammer.
Yeah.
Can't believe you.
Scammer GM.
Oh my god.
So Wyatt, we had to interrupt this podcast here to get your thoughts since you were unable to be with us in the booth. There was questionable comments made from the Slow Motion GM as well as the Hoop Dreamers GM. What do you have to say to them bashing your style of GMing and really calling you a snake in this organization?
What were they saying was a snake about me?
They just said that with your deals and stuff like that, you're just not really a truthful and honest GM, and that you only really look to better yourself and don't really care about the league overall.
I think I'm bettering my team and bettering the players that some of my guys have around them. So, I already went out and acquired one of the best, if not the best point guard in the league. I already have one of the best all-around players in the league. I'm in win-now mode. I'm making trades and moves that's going to help our team win now. And that is apparently something that other GMs in this league don't know how to do. So if that makes me a snake, then the only time I'm going to be a snake is when my guys are raising that trophy and you're not.
If you could see those 2 GMs that were talking smack about you right now, what would you do or say to them right now?
Come say it to me, and then put your guys against my guys. We'll see who wins.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see GM boxing of Point League, we'll have that coming this summer as we have Wyatt facing off against 2 GMs, 2v1 style. Thank you, Wyatt, for your time.
Thank you.
But I think I'm sticking with my Green Bean team. Props for beating my team. That team, I was enjoying watching them more than my own team.
Yeah, if they keep playing the way they'll go to the middle of the board.
They're like the
three.
Kings this year. Like nobody thought the Kings were going to be good. If they all buy in, all play together, it's up from here.
Yep.
But yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. As always, if you guys have any questions or anything that you guys want us to talk about, let us know in the comment section. Make sure that you guys share this with your friends. Tell them to come play in Point League. Point League will still be going on this summer, so we're going to finish this season, and then we're also going to do it in the summer. So make sure that you share the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as Gibson would say, ball is life.
Go crazy. Bro, pass me the rock. I've been moving out the box. Top speed going top. 101 going pop. Getting hot, hot, hot. In the paint, never flop. At the rim like who? Get the crown like Braun. Yeah. Making some and I'm spending some. What's the plan? Bet I get it done. It's me, yeah, neighborhood. It's me.